Welcome back. Coma Cadet for drivers from 8 years of age is up next. And I've got the winners from round 4 with me, final 1 and final 2. First of all, final 1, it was Tom Wood. Tom took a great win, your first win in Super 1 at the last round. Just talk us through it.
It's a really good race. It's a very hard race as well. Me and my teammate Alex Quinn pushed away and we managed to get a gap. But Alex, knowing him, went for a move. But I managed to fend him off on the last few corners and won the race, so it's a really good result.
I think that moves you up to 3rd in the championship. What's your plans now for next year? How old are you now?
I'm 11 now and I'm hoping to win it next year.
You'll certainly be one of the favourites next year, that's for sure, as will this gentleman alongside me, Alex Mcdade. Rookie in the championship this season, Alex, but you took the win at final 2 last time, your first win in the Super 1 Championship Series. You must have been delighted with that.
Yeah, really delighted because I lost a few places on the start and pushed away with Tom, and then unluckily Tom got, I passed him on the last couple of corners and he got excluded from over the finish line when it was like a photo finish.
But how are you finding Super 1 this season compared to what you've done previously in club championship racing?
It's been really hard. It's harder than I thought, but I've got another year, so it should be good.
And like Tom, I guess you'll be looking to take this championship down next year?
Definitely.
Okay, well, good luck today. Let's get over to Jake. Here's the grid positions and the race action.
Well, the conditions on the circuit have certainly improved, but they're not perfect right now. Sean Butcher and Oliver York will find it really tricky from the front row of the grid. Tom Wood and Alex Mcdade on row 2. The O-Plate, Johnny Edgar 5th place, along with William Petit in P6. Alex Quinn, though, the championship leader, a mechanical failure put him out of the first final, which means he's at the back of the grid for this one, and he's taken an almighty gamble. He's on slicks with everybody else on wets. And as you can see, there is a dry line on the circuit as we get going through the first couple of corners. But to make the overtaking move, he's going to have to go onto that wet line. You can see it on the right side of the circuit. Somebody off in the background. That's Brooke Childs in the 22. Spin turning to make it. Oh, that's not quite what you wanted to do. 55 off on the outside there as well. That's Teddy Pritchard-Williams. So 2 of the young guns from the Zip All-Stars Brigade. What a terrible start to their race. Out in front, though, it's Sean Butcher who's made the break in the 18. Well, I say a break. He certainly got himself into the lead. But number 9, Tom Wood, is right there on his tail, along with Johnny Edgar in the O-Plate, up to 3rd place, it appears. So very good indeed from Johnny Edgar.
You can see the dry line that's appeared. Now, Alex Quinn, championship leader, just look for the 7 car. He's coming through from the back of the field as Tom Wood takes the lead. Back on board here with Sean Butcher, looking forward at Tom Wood. Tom took one of the final wins as we interviewed him earlier, as he was talking about that earlier in the day. Took the final win last time, looking to do the same. Now where's Quinn? Here he comes. There he goes on the 7 car, just behind the 11 carts of Sam Faulkner. But in order to overtake, he's got to come off the dry line and go onto the damp stuff, so not easy. And now the driver's going wide and it's all kicking off. Alex Mcdade, 29, 15 Petit, up the inside of 45. That's Zachary Robertson. Petit gives him the big hand signal.
And the O-Plate, Johnny Edgar, got past both of them on the inside. He'd lost 3rd position, dropped back down the order, and through all of that melee, Johnny Edgar was the one who picked up the pieces. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time, young Johnny. Fantastic performance so far this season. Up to 3rd place, though, is Oliver York in the number 5. 4th is the 64, just flashing through, of Ollie Caldwell. And now it's going to be interesting to see, can Sean Butcher get the lead back off the 9 of Tom Wood, or is there going to be a bit of a strong charge here from Oliver York in the 5? Now we look back, there is Wood adjusting the carburettor. Now we spoke to John Davis last time out about these young drivers with their carburettors, what they're doing mid-race. Look, everybody getting wide on the exit of that very tight right-hander. Well, we've decided to christen Coulthard this time round, and everybody seemed to drop the ball there, so it must be a particularly bad wet patch on the way into that corner. It seems to be catching everybody out, and the order changes every single lap. But going back to Tom Wood's carburettor, they're adjusting the mix of the fuel to make sure that it can basically give you the optimum power through the race. These kids are 8 to 13 years of old, and they're already tweaking their karts as much as a Formula 1 driver does on their steering wheel. It's absolute madness. In my days when I was a youngster, you certainly didn't have to do that much work on a cadet kart to make it go quick. And it's, well, the 21st century, technology has caught us up. And at the moment, it certainly seems to be helping Tom Wood. He's got a bit of an advantage now over Sean Butcher. He's pulled out a bit of a gap. York is still there in third position. Fourth place is one of the Fusion Motorsport drivers. I think that might even be Lewis Thompson in the S9 who's come through. We'll look as he goes past. I think it is Lewis Thompson who's up there in fourth position. Very tricky start to this race, and I wonder how quickly Quinn is going to be able to make the move. Up the inside, though, goes York. He's got past Butcher. And that is exactly what he needed to do to have a crack at Tom Wood at the front of the field. He needed to get through him quickly on the dry line to make sure that he could get closer. And the dry line is getting a little bit wider. No, it's not Lewis Thompson. It's the 29 of Alex Mcdade who's there in fourth place now. He dropped a little way back earlier on in the race, and now he's back up to fourth position. And I'm trying to look back at the moment to see just how much ground Alex Quinn has made up. He's certainly not in the top six at the moment. This is a very big gamble from Alex Quinn, because yes, everybody's starting on the wet tyres. He's decided to go for the slicks. As we said at the start of the race, there is a dry line, but he's actually got a good opportunity here to start on the same tyres as everybody else. Alex Quinn is a talented enough driver to make his way through the field. He obviously thought, well, if it dries out in the middle of the race, he's able to get the advantage, but at the moment it just doesn't seem to be working for him. Counting through the karts at the back of the field, where is he? There he is in the Dayglow orange helmet. He seems to be down at about 12th position at the moment, so it's certainly not working fast enough to make an impression on this race. And as we were talking about earlier, if you drop a score at the wrong time in the season, if you have a bad round, it can change your entire championship. So for Alex Quinn, he's made a bit of a gamble, and at the moment it's not working out for him.
Yeah, all of these drivers can drop their worst score at one round during the season, so this may be the round that Alex Quinn has to drop. He was the championship leader coming in. That's his nearest competitor there, the 5 car, Oliver York, in the championship. As he comes down to the final turn, we're calling Di Resta across the start-finish line, down to turn 1. Through Stewart, that's turn 1, and then the next left-hander is Reed, turn 2, down to the combo at the bottom of the circuit. This is the Franchitti combo, Marino first, then Dario. That's Sean Butcher there in third place on the 18 kart, but it's York, Butcher and Mcdade, as Butcher goes up the inside of York for second place, looking for a podium. You can see the dry line. That is the dry line, and that's the line that Alex Quinn will want to be on. Where is he? There he is. Just make out the orange helmet in the background. William Petit. On the 15 kart heads Johnny Edgar, who in turn heads the 64 kart of Ollie Caldwell.
Some great battles through the field in this second final then. A little later on into the race, and we can see that Mcdade has pulled his way up into second place past Sean Butcher. So he's dropped Oliver York in the number 5. He's no longer a factor, and it's Wood versus Mcdade. This is a rerun of what they did at PF International. Wood took the first final, Mcdade took the second final, and now here they are on track, wheel to wheel, battling for the second final. Here at Larkhall, this is brilliant. Through the right-hander and down towards the pair of hairpins. First the left, we've christened it McNish. Then the right at McRae's. York went a little bit wide there on the way through Coulthard. They come out of the McRae's hairpin, down towards the right-left dogleg at Clark, and then down towards the final turn, we've christened it Di Resta. So into the right-hander and onto the main straight again. Mcdade is really lining up, Tom Wood, sorry, for a good position here. Butcher has not given up here in the 18. He's right on the tail of these two, and he has a great opportunity to snatch a victory here with these two get a little bit too close for comfort. And let's be honest, in 2013, we've seen quite a few drivers on the last lap battling for victory get a little bit too close for comfort. And it's going to be Sean Butcher in the 18 who could capitalise here, and he's doing a great job of running these guys to the ground, putting a lot of pressure on. Now Alex Quinn sets the fastest lap, 46.99, and there he is in 6th place now. So Alex Quinn is certainly starting to make an impression on the back of York, and it looks like a brilliant on-track battle developing now between these two. Now that Quinn has got the dry tyres, look, he's just sweeping past on the inside of the right-hander. That is not a common overtaking move, and that was his championship rival that he got past. Oliver York in the number 5, down to 6th position. Thank you very much. Unbelievable. He waved his hand as he went past him, as poor Oliver York shook his fist almost in frustration. There's nothing he can do about it. But now, just at the right moment, the track has come to Alex Quinn, and he's gained a crucial place into the last lap, and still we have this battle between 9 and 18 now. So it looks we've lost Alex Mcdade. He's dropped back down to about 5th position, and Butcher trying to climb over the back of Wood's kart almost, trying to make a move into the last couple of corners. He looks back. Which way are you going to go? Are you going to go right? You're going to go left? They're battling all the way down to the final turn. Can Butcher make a move into the final turn? He nearly tries it. Is Wood going to go wide? No, he doesn't. Wood hangs on. Wood takes it. Butcher is second, and third position is William Petit. He beat Quinn to the line. Quinn is frustrated, but a great comeback drive ahead of York and Mcdade. A lot of very frustrated men out there. The conditions came to Quinn in the end. Sadly, though, no 20th to first. He has to settle for fourth.
William, cracking drive back to third place. Just talk us through it from your point of view.
Well, I didn't get that much of a good start, but dropped back down to about 7th, 6th. But made my way back up to 4th and just pushed on from there. On the last lap, I went up the inside of Alex on the back straight, and then on the last corner I got the other Alex, who went around the outside of both of us because we ended up making contact. But the other Alex I got on the last corner. So good race, and I'd like to thank Fusion Motorsport, Dan Hazelwood, Neil Doran and my dad.
Sean, second place. It was pretty eventful, that race, wasn't it? You happy with that result?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the result. We started pole, but Tom managed to get past through the early stages, and the kart started to go off towards the end, and Alex and Will were catching lots. And I'd like to thank Mick Barrett, Dan Barrett, my mum and dad, and Josh Parker for mechanicking for me.
Right, Tom, win last time, a win again today. You must be delighted with that.
Oh, I'm absolutely over the moon. It was a really hard race. I managed just to come through in the end and defend from Sean Butcher.
Yeah, it was tough, wasn't it? Because you had a big lead. They hunted you down, but you held on in the end.
Yeah, I had a massive lead, but the great driving of that pack behind me, they caught me up. But unfortunately, I got holed up by a back marker in the end. But I managed to hold on anyway. So.
Well, a very fascinating battle developing heading to the final round in Shennington. There's the total championship points, but if you count drop scores, Quinn is on 603, Wood is second on 597, and York is there on 589. It's going to go right down to the wire, and I can't wait. You wouldn't want to miss that. Next up, it's the Minimax, and it's going to be just as intense.